Hi, everybody. Welcome to South Carolina. Yeah, I know Georgia Military College is out of Milledgeville, Georgia, but they are the home team in this one. Host squad for Louisburg's Hurricanes and the Bulldogs of Georgia Military. Hurricanes come in with a 3-1 mark. I see that our graphic erroneous info, but that can be changed just like that. 3-1, only lost to Lackawanna, a team that Georgia Military knocked off. And, of course, the Bulldogs are coming off that disappointing loss to Snow. Tied it up late. Missed extra point kick. Goes to OT. And the Bulldogs wind up losing to number 5, Snow, the Badgers, by a 3-point margin. So the Bulldogs look to get back on the winning track. Hurricanes try to go to 4-1 on the year. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Our conversation with Rob Manchester coming up right after this.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Time for a weekly conversation with Rob Manchester, head coach of Georgia Military College. Of course, recorded in advance, but played just prior to kickoff. So, in a few, Hurricanes and Bulldogs. Coach, how are you?
Hi, we're doing great. Just getting ready for Louisburg.
Well, let's talk about Snow. Boy, what a ball game. Goes to overtime. I think I've been covering Georgia Military College football for about 8 to 10 years. Never went to an OT game, but did on Saturday. And one of those games that I know you got to be proud. You're taking on the number 5 team in the country, neck and neck, all game long, basically, after you come back from the 17-point deficit. But it's bittersweet because of the loss.
It is, not really into moral victories, but, I don't think there's anything that the young men should hang their head about. We had an opportunity to beat a number 5 team, and unfortunately Snow found a way to get it done and we didn't. But the resolve and the fight that they showed, I think both 2 occasions, we're down 2 touchdowns and we finally get some stops and we get some scores and we tie it up and unfortunately miss a PAT, but then we still had opportunities there in overtime where we didn't execute. I think they had 8 plays. We got down there to the 8-yard line and we couldn't stick it in, maybe put more pressure on them. But I mean, we've gone up against the heavyweights. I think we've played now the number 2, the number 5. I think Tyler's number 6, and we beat the number 9 team at the time. But Lackawanna's back in the top 15. I really think we got a dang good team. We just we've been on the short side of things, but the young men have really played hard. And so extremely proud of them. But now we're focusing on the next one.
And, of course, you got another ranked opponent in Division III, Louisburg, which I believe is the number 4 ranked team. So we'll talk about them in a moment. How about Jamarian Walker? I mean, heck, we got to talk about him again. Another 100-yard day.
Yeah, I mean, he's just I think he's wanting to go by the moniker Bruiser now. But he's got great balance. He's hard to get down. I think, I kind of say the same thing each week. I mean, he's just a great young man. He's our bread and butter at running back. And, he's so hard to tackle. I think we ended up having, even with Chip, 270 some odd yards rushing against Snow. And, Jamarion and Chip, obviously a lot of that. But, he's just such a great running back, and he's got deceptive speed. He's a heck of a good one. I'm glad he's on our team.
Yeah, you can't talk about the 131 for Walker without talking about the 137 for Chip Cooper. He had a big day on the ground, too.
He did. I mean, Chip sometimes, I mean, he may miss a read where a guy's open, but he's going to, maybe pull it down and run for it. So it's kind of like, he's making plays. He can make a lot happen with his feet. I mean, it's good. It's good 1-2 punch back there. And we got some other guys that are coming on as well. So, I think we'll start seeing some more guys step up also.
You mentioned more guys. I was about to ask you, it has been kind of the norm, I guess, for Georgia military to use a litany of backs. Yet we do seem to see Georgia military primarily using Walker. I mean, he's been so successful. Why not? Is that just based on what he's been doing, what the other team's been giving you, or are there other factors involved?
I think there's a couple other factors involved. I mean, he's not the only one. I mean, obviously, he's kind of carrying the load right now. Unfortunately, the other two young men that we saw earlier in the year, Justin Lee, still is hampered by an injury, and we didn't see Terry McKeithen the last two games. He hurt his ankle against Lackawanna, so those are kind of another 1-2 punch along with Jamarion. Looks like Terry's back with us now, back getting practice reps in, doing well. Got a young man, that Traquan Jones, and I think he had 2 catches, and Saturday was his birthday, so he got his first college touchdown. But he's another young man out of Bartow, Florida, that adds a different dynamic to the running game. So, we got another young man from named Brian Williams. We may see him some more. Even though Jamarion's carrying a lot of the load and taking a lot of hits, it's taken a little bit of a toll on him. He's not injured, but you kind of got to be careful with that as well. But man, he wants the ball in his hands, and I think hopefully we'll keep giving it to him.
Abe Stone, backup quarterback on Saturday. I know you want to redshirt him, but I kind of thought he might get into the ball game. Is he going to play some this year, or will he primarily sit out and play next year?
Well, I mean, I think if he's needed, he's ready to go in. He's ready to play. That situation didn't necessarily come up. With basically 6 of our games over, and if we don't have to play him, and maybe he could potentially redshirt, which for him, from a professional standpoint, so to speak, is not a bad thing in junior college. But if he's needed, he's ready to go in there and play. He's been taking a lot of practice reps. So I mean, he's ready to go, but we're not just going to play him just to play him if we don't have to. But he's there, ready to go. He is the backup quarterback, with Collins still being out. It's a, kind of to be determined type situation. We want to try to do the professional thing and save him if we can, where he doesn't just burn a year of eligibility. But he is ready to go if we need him to.
So is Colin Hogan out again with the concussion?
Yes, sir, he is. Hopefully being out another week this week, and then we have our open week. Hopefully we can get him back for the last 4 games. I know he's frustrated, but he took a really big shot there against Monroe. I mean, it wasn't dirty or anything necessarily. It's more of a whiplash thing where he hit his head on the ground, and I mean, he's still displaying some symptoms and stuff. I mean, his health and well-being is more important than getting back out there too soon. So.
What is the health of the other team members? I mean, anybody out due to injury or not 100% due to injury?
No, I mean, we've really been fortunate, knock on wood. We haven't, everybody else is healthy. You got nicks and bruises, but, there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. We don't have anybody that's out. Hopefully Cam Bell, the young tight end, he's had an ankle issue. Hopefully he can keep coming back. But just some little things, bumps and bruises, just the wear and tear of a season. And playing, I'd beg to differ if it's not one of the top, schedules in the country this year. Anyway, it's just the things that go with a long season.
I got to ask, and I know this fits into the category, I guess, of coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you've had a chance now to go back and look at that field goal at the end of the first half that could have tied the game at 17. Man, it was close. I mean, have you been able to determine anything new in regards to that?
He definitely missed it. If you look at the trajectory, of the kick from the end zone. It was probably a good 5-6 feet left. Now the black poles that hold up the net, now if that's for the goalpost, that probably would have been good. But there's really no way with the trajectory of the ball that it was gone if it would have went 6 feet to the right or 5 feet. So I mean, I think he definitely missed it.
All right, let's talk about Louisburg. It is in South Carolina, KC, South Carolina, but a home game for Georgia Military, although it does seem like one of the prior games on the scoreboard you were listed as visitors, but you're going to be home, right?
Yes, we've played over there. What is this? Going to be the third time, I believe.
Yeah.
So the first time we were home. Last year we were away, and then we'll be home again this year. So, we'll be in the home jerseys, and they'll be in a different color. We'll be in all black, and but anyway, we'll be on the home side. I think last year we were on the visitor side. So anyway, I mean, we're ready to go over there and take on a tough Louisburg team.
And I'm looking at some stats for Louisburg. They've got Christian Franklin, who has rushed for, looks like about 164 yards. So he is the top ground gainer, quarterback, throwing for about 257. So not any spectacular individual numbers, but obviously as the number 4 ranked team in Division III, they got a pretty good squad. What do you expect from them?
I mean, I think Coach Spearman over there has done a good job. Last year they played extremely hard. They had one of our former quarterbacks over there, Reed Sharpie, made a lot of plays with his feet. I mean, that, to me, anytime you go against a Division III school, I mean, they're going to be coming for you because you got a target on your back, and they're looking to have an impact win. And we got to be ready to go over there and play. We can't have a snow hangover. Yesterday's practice was really good. A lot more focus, attention to detail, but just looking at the film, I mean, they got some size, they got some guys that can run and make plays. So, we got to be ready to go play.
I know we are 7 games now into the season, but does a game against a team like Louisburg, and not trying to sell them short at all, but I mean, is it a laboratory? I mean, do you experiment with some stuff you might not do against a Snow or an Iowa Western or a Lackawanna?
No, I mean, not at all. I mean, we approach every opponent the same. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. So, I mean, we're trying to do better with what we've been doing. Better execution. I mean, if you look at that Snow game, we gave up 2 16-yard drives. I mean, 2 16-play drives, a 13-play drive, and I thought we came up big on one of the turnovers where we just kept them, made them kick a field goal. But I mean, we got to be better on third down. We didn't execute as well on those particular downs, just not doing the technique and what we've been taught to do. The guys are playing extremely hard, but I mean, we're not going to be doing anything new, not inventing anything new. We just got to keep getting better at what we're doing. I think our offensive line is getting better and better each week. A lot of guys are playing better and better each week with the more experience that they're getting. And, and I think, at the end of the day, just got to go out and execute our game plan, do what we've been doing, and play hard. I think we'll be okay.
Artificial turf there in South Carolina. I think the only other game that you play on this year that was artificial was in Iowa. Does that make any difference whatsoever?
Nah, not at all. I think now, I think some of the years you've been covering them when we went out.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Our apologies. Had to cut our conversation with Rob Manchester off just about 45 seconds short because we are going to get this game underway just a tad early. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. It is the Hurricanes coming in with a 3-1 mark, and your Georgia Military College Bulldogs last week before a break. And it's a week they want to leave on a high note after suffering that loss last week to Snow College. Jim Cooper getting his second start of the year for the injured Colin Hogan. Of course, Cooper was going to get a lot of playing time regardless. And with the snap of the football, we have got the opening drive underway, and there's just not a whole lot there. I see, by the way, I am a one-man crew. You know that, right? I see we've got a little issue with our scoreboard. It has shifted on me, so let me just go ahead and tend to those matters. very early. There we go. Maybe that will work for the time being. No gain on the opening carry. It is Walker again. Spins his way out to about the 34. And a couple of yards on the carry, bringing up a third down and long. Hurricanes taking on a D1. They're a D3. D3, no scholarships offered. All unscholarshiped athletes. But you can rest assured there are some very good athletes on that Hurricanes side of the field, and it would be a feather in their cap to stop the Bulldogs on the initial drive. Bulldogs would prefer something else happen. Cooper drops back to pass. Fires. It is caught. Drive stays alive out to the 48-yard line. Flood on the receiving end of the toss brings up a first down and 10. So 2 running plays and not much. 1 pass play and a first down. Out to the 48-yard line. 3 receivers to this side, 1 to the opposite. Walker the lone setback. Arroyo the guy in motion. Now Flood shifts. Handoff up the middle. And Walker will turn his way across, make that Williams. Walker, rather. Get my W names right. That is Walker, Jamarian Walker, who will pick up a couple of yards and get inside Louisburg territory. And there is an injured Bulldog. One of those big offensive linemen. Nathaniel Lee, the 5'11", 300-pounder. And Coach Manchester coming out to check on his offensive lineman. Looked initially like maybe it was a knee problem. Now they're working on the shoulder. And you don't want any injury, but you sure like a shoulder more so than a knee. And there was a little 05 on the way to the sidelines and didn't seem to jar the shoulder enough to create any problems. 2nd down and 8 after the Walker run of 2. Inside Louisburg territory, drive that started at the 31. Walker's become the workhorse in the backfield as the pass is picked off. First pick of the season for Cooper, and it comes off the deflection. And Louisburg with the football. Nigel Robinson, the Mullen, South Carolina product. And that is the first turnover of the game. It is the first interception, as I mentioned, of the season for Chip Cooper. And it will come off of the deflection and hand the ball over to Louisburg. Dylan Trevelyan, the starting quarterback, the freshman, 6'2", 190 pounds. Louisburg has used 4 different guys behind center. Pass caught out of the flats. Not a whole lot of running room, however. Gain of a yard or 2 brings up a 2nd down and long. Pass caught by Bethea. Kahim Bethea out of Marion, South Carolina. Brings up a 2nd down, we'll call it 9. But Trevelyan, the most passing yardage of the 4, 257 yards coming in. Second down and 9. 3 receivers to the opposite side, none to this side. First run play of the ball game. And not a whole lot of running room for Christian Franklin. Brings up a 3rd down and long. Similar scenario on their first drive for the Bulldogs. Same is true for the Hurricanes. Of course, Bulldogs hoping Hurricanes don't have the success they did on that first 3rd down. 3rd down and 8. Football at the 42. Got to cross the midfield mark, get about a yard inside Bulldog territory to pick up the first if you were Louisburg. Trevelyan to pass. Fires, it is deflected. Nice defensive play. Able to reach in and get a hand on it. That was Jakari Jones. And it will bring up a fourth down in a punting situation for Louisburg. Back deep to receive, Frank Osorio. Or actually, I believe that is Kylan Payne. Both wear 2. Osorio typically on offense and Payne on defense, but Payne returning the kicks. Lets it roll down to the 18, and that's where the second drive of the football game begins for Georgia Military. So 1 drive, 1 turnover, but no points for the Hurricanes. So not a completely painless turnover because it did thwart a drive, but at least the pain wasn't a little more harsh. Compliments of the Hurricanes bringing it down the field and posting points. Second drive of the football game for Georgia Military. Chip Cooper, as I mentioned, getting his second start. Handoff goes to Walker, and Walker will stumble to the 28. His 530 yards rushing has worked its way into the top 10 in the NJCAA as far as rushers are concerned. The top guy is the guy out of Lackawanna, Therese Worthy. Boy, he has been running for tons of yardage. Got the option. Cooper on the keeper, first carry. And he'll make his way to the 39. That'll be enough for a first. Cooper in the 3s, both rushing and passing. 300 plus yards passing, 308, 300 plus yards rushing, 387. And we'll pick up a first down on the 39-yard line. Gorgeous day here in Casey, South Carolina. A little bit on the breezy side as Cooper will cross the 40 to the 41. But I tell you what, we'll take these 75 to 78 degree highs and a little bit of a breeze over those 115 heat indices any day of the week. Cooper with Walker in the backfield and a second down and long. And Walker will back his way to the 48. Well, you see Lane there going, that's first, but I think it is a little bit short. And it'll bring up a third down and 1. Cooper a clap of the hands, then a look to the sidelines. Walker, the lone setback. Arroyo shifting from the left to the right side. And Cooper with the pitch to Walker, got the first. And Bruiser is run out of bounds inside Hurricane territory. Jamarian Walker says he wants to go by the moniker Bruiser. And when you are, 5'7", 223 pounds, picking up 530 yards over the course of 6 games, nearly 90 per. We'll call you Bruiser. Drop by Walker, pick back up. Well, he just keeps running. Had a Hurricane wrapped around his ankles, and it was like, he was trying to sidestep a puddle of water. Able to pick up a couple of yards on a play that looked like it might lose or even give the ball over to Louisburg. Georgia Military has already handed over once on the interception. That was on drive number 1. Would prefer not to end drive 2 with something similar. Cooper down to the 25 and lost the football, but I believe able to pounce on it late was Kevion Pollard. Well, that is 2 fumbles and 1 interception. Fortunately, the 2 fumbles have not been recovered by the Hurricanes. But you're 2 drives into the game with 3 miscues. 1 turnover and 2 fumbles. First down and 10 at the 25. And that is Abe Stowe, by the way, in the backfield. Well, you heard in our pregame conversation with Rob Manchester, they really want to redshirt Stowe. He's got me looking on the sidelines to see if Cooper's okay, because Stowe is getting his first reps of the day. Second down and 9. McKeithen in motion. Passing complete over the middle. Well, I'm looking to the sidelines and I see Chip Cooper. He appears to be okay. Bulldogs, though, opting to get some playing time for Stowe. Of course, you can play a certain number of snaps and still be redshirted. Screen set up. Not a whole lot of yardage. Back to the line of scrimmage with a pass play to McKeithen. For starting quarterback Colin Hogan, concussed and unavailable. Was unavailable last week, unavailable this week. Should be available next week. Field goal effort of 42 yards. It is up and it is good. Bulldogs draw first blood.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Mason Maddox, a 42-yard field goal. Bulldogs will get something out of drive number 2. Make it a 3-zip ball game early in this one. Meanwhile, Maddox will tee it up, get ready to boot it away, and the Hurricanes will get their second offensive series of the football game. That'll go into the end zone. Touchback brought out to the 25, and that's where Louisburg will take over. First down and 10. Georgia Military College after the loss to Snow. Knocked out of the top 15. But they are just outside of the top 15. and certainly with an opportunity to get back before the season comes to an end. Win the rest of the way, you finish 8-3, and if you win the rest of the way, you've knocked off a ranked Lackawanna. A D3 ranked DuPage. Trevilian flushed out of the pocket, fires down the field, and is in and out of the hands of his intended target. Nice defensive play by Ja'Cory Walker. Incomplete pass, bringing up a 2nd down and 10. Trevilian on the season hitting 44% of his passes. Halftime, we talked with Coach Sharpie, head football coach here at Brooklyn Casey. Incomplete pass over the flats intended for Tyree Burke. Brings up a 3rd and long. Talking about Trevilian on the season, 257 yards, a couple of touchdowns, a couple of interceptions on 21 of 44 passing. Third down and 10. Hurricanes looking for their first down of quarter number 1, and there's our first penalty of quarter number 1. And that will be a delay of game. Charge to the Hurricanes. Hurricanes ranked in the top 5 in Division III football. They are ranked number 4, of course, the number 1 team, College of DuPage. Georgia Military just outside of the top 15 in Division I football. Trevilian to pass. Incomplete over the middle. And it is 4th down in a punting situation for Louisburg. So 2 drives and right at goose egg for total offense. Picked up about 3 on the prior drive with the penalty yardage, lose 4 on this one. So unofficially in the red. Christian Franklin will kick. Payne standing at his 43. It will take a bulldog bounce. And Georgia Military will have possession of the football inside Louisburg territory. Drive number 3 gets underway. Let's see who steps out onto the turf. Will it be Stowe? Will it be Cooper? It is Cooper. So Chip Cooper will be back at the helm on a 1st down and 10 at the 49 of the Hurricanes. Walker in the backfield. His number called. He is stopped at the line. A lot of football today, not only Georgia Military College in Louisburg. We've got Clark, Atlanta, and Allen University. Not very far from here. So we got 2 crews from down in South Alabama up here in South Carolina today, about 10 miles apart. Flood in motion. Cooper running the option, stumbles to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Plus got baseball today. If you're like, I want a little variety. Well, by golly, we got some baseball too. The Showcase Series going on in Pensacola, Florida. Jason Thompson on the call there. And we had some volleyball earlier today. Coastal Alabama South knocking off Gadsden State 3-1. Cooper to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Dumps it off to Walker. Walker hurdles Hurricanes to the 45. And a little extracurricular activity. Brings up a 4th down and long.
Oh my God, you could have caught him with too many men on the field.
High kick. It will roll down to the 1-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will touch it down. In Louisburg, worse field position. I guess you can't get much worse, right? At the 1 to start their 3rd drive of the first stanza. 2:47 showing on the clock. Hey, by the way, have you downloaded JUCO Weekly, the podcast? Go to JUCOweekly.org, and there you can download the podcast, check out conversations between me and Mike Frazier on NJCAA football. Even pick a few games. I haven't checked to see how my picking is doing today. Did okay on Thursday in Mississippi. And it's also available wherever you find your podcasts. Little gain on the carry, 2nd and long. Arion Rogers, the Rock Island, Illinois product. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. And now you've got an injured Hurricane. He was going to the sidelines and then just fell. Got up and made his way to the sidelines, but it's obvious he is in some pain, and that is the tight end, Damiano Mastroianni. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Inside a couple of minutes to play here in the opening period of football from South Carolina. There is movement. I believe it was on the center. And that center is Tyshon Ray. This isn't going to do much to the penalty yardage statistic because if it's half the distance, that is about 8 inches. Yeah, moved to the length of the football back towards the other end zone. .90 seconds to play in the quarter. And now the Hurricanes 99.5 yards from pay dirt. That's on the turf in the end zone. Either a safety or a touchdown, and it's going to be a safety. So the Georgia Military College defense rewarded for stellar play. Getting the safety, and it looks like what, a grand slam and a solo home run on the scoreboard. 5-zip Bulldog lead. That was a touchdown. Scratch that. You don't kick extra points after a safety. So let's add a little more to the total. Make it a 9-zip lead. And Georgia Military a little slow getting personnel on, and that may be in large part to the fact there was confusion as to whether it was a safety or a touchdown. Officials apparently indicating TD, and it was the Bulldogs indicating safety. They'll split the uprights. Bulldogs by 10.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Don't hold me to it, but I think that was Caleb Bush that recovered the football in the end zone for the touchdown. That's unofficial, which is like everything I do and say. It's unofficial. Here's what's official. 10-zip lead, Georgia Military College. And Mason Maddox has it teed up, ready to boot it away. Another deep kick. And it'll be brought out to the 25. So the Hurricanes take over 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line. Their best field position came after the pick. Off the deflection. But the Hurricanes, at least at this point, still not able to pick up a 1st down with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to play in the first. As a matter of fact, right at 0, pretty much level as far as total offense. Trevelyan forced out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Nobody there. Incomplete. There was a penalty flag that could be, well, no, I see the official indicating an offsides. Thought it might be intentional grounding, but there's an indication of offsides, and the infraction will go against Georgia Military. There's your call. And a 5-yard mark off out to the 30. Brings up a 2nd down and 5. Now they change the down marker, make it a 1st down and 5. Replay of 1st, but 5 yards further down the field after the offsides infraction. Biggest gain of the football game for Louisburg, the run by Marion Rogers. Out to the 44-yard line where it is 1st down and 10. Another give to Rogers. This time Rogers tries the other side, dropped after a little gain. Could be the last play of the first. Trevelyan picked off. All the way to the other end of the field, the pick 6. And the Bulldog defense has done it again. There is a penalty flag, but that is going to be charged to the Hurricanes. Jakari Jones having himself a ball game in the first stanza. Hang on just a minute. Penalty yardage is being marked off. Won't be a pick six. It will be a Bulldog football. The penalty apparently committed after the turnover. Not 6 for Jones, but it is Bulldog football. At the 37-yard line. Abe Stowe back in at quarterback. Stowe, he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage at the 41. And that'll bring quarter number 1 to an end with the Bulldogs leading this one by 10.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Georgia Military getting a 42-yard field goal from Mason Maddox. And a touchdown from their defense. Thought we had 2 defensive touchdowns, but one called back because of an infraction. Cooper back in the backfield. He'll fire to an open target. Did he bring it in before stepping out? He did. And the pass caught by Lane. Down to the 26-yard line where it is first down and 10. Another pass. Osorio dropped immediately, but will make the catch. And Osorio looked like that shoulder got driven into the turf and may be injured. Was slow getting up. Malachi Greer stuffing Osorio into the turf. .5'10", 180-pound wide receiver from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Barely into stanza number 2 on a Saturday of football from Casey, South Carolina. I mentioned tonight, just a tad piece up the road. Clark, Atlanta, and Allen University football here on JockJive, and 2 game coverage available on YouTube as well. So whatever your preferred medium. Big burst up the middle for the touchdown. Wow, it just exploded like a rocket. Traquan Jones impressive. Extra point kick, good too.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Wow, Traquan Jones. I won't say it, I'll just tell you the singer that sung about it, Meatloaf. I mean, he was a scorcher. Into the end zone. And Georgia Military will take the 17-zip lead. It'll be the first touchdown for the offense. So everybody getting in on the fun. Special teams with a field goal, defense with the touchdown, offense with the TD too. Another boot deep. This one will be brought back from the 5, out to the 20 to the 22. And that's where it is first down and 10 for the Hurricanes. I'm looking at Traquan, his first touchdown rushing. I think he's got one through the air, though. Let's see. Yep. So second touchdown of the year. First on the ground. And Georgia Military with a 17-zip lead. And a new quarterback, Trevelyan, has come off the field. This is Xavion McCrory out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Out to the 42-yard line. That is Christian Franklin with the longest run from scrimmage for the Hurricanes. McCrory, 3 of 13 passing. Hurry up offense, but Franklin stopped for no gain. And it'll bring up a second down and 10. No touchdowns, 1 interception of the season. He has thrown for a total of 48 yards. McCrory now in at quarterback after an ineffective first for Trevelyan. Pass incomplete. Looked initially as though the reception had been made by Reed Herring. But he was jarred loose of the football. And it'll bring up a third down and 9. And don't forget, too, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, we got some assignments, that you can do overnight. It's homework that you aren't graded on and you don't have to do. Boy, that's good homework. But subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Corey flushed out of the pocket. Fires, is it picked off? No, incomplete. Fourth down and long. And Louisburg to kick. Kylan Payne back deep to receive. Running back Christian Franklin also serves as the Louisburg punter. And gets a good kickoff. Payne makes the catch, calls for the fair catch at the 14. And is where the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10 with a 17-point lead. Here it stands at number 2, the dilemma as the offense gets ready to step out onto the field. Who's going to be the quarterback? It's been Abe Stowe, it has been Chip Cooper. And it is going to be Abe Stowe. First down and 10 near the 14. Well, let's say it's the 16. Low snap, Stowe picks it up, steps in the pocket, fires over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to Diamante Grant. Incomplete pass, bringing up a second down and 10. Stops the clock with 12:29 left to play in half number 1. Give goes to McKeithen. Bounces it to the outside. Back to the line of scrimmage and actually picks up a yard or two, and it looked like he might be dropped behind that line of scrimmage. McKeithen, number 3 on the team in rushing. Total of 106 yards for McKeithen, who's another one of those running backs who has scored through the air but not on the ground. Third down and 4. Drop. Loose ball. Hurricanes have it. Third fumble of the game for the Bulldogs. It's the first recovered by the Hurricanes. Abe Stowe trying to execute the option. Throws it onto the turf. There to pounce on it was Price Massey. And the Hurricanes, best field position of the football game. As a matter of fact, first trip into Bulldog territory. And the drive will start at the 21, just outside of the red zone. McCrory to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires towards the end zone, and there's nobody there. Second and 10 from the 21. Bulldog defense asked to rise to the occasion after the second offensive turnover. 1 interception, 1 fumble. Now recovered by the Hurricanes. Fred Foreman in the backfield behind his cornerback McCrory. Foreman, a 5'9", 172-pound sophomore. Handoff given to Foreman. Foreman inside the 15, down to the 14. Gain of 7 brings up a third down and 3. Could be 4-down territory. Could be the Hurricanes just 1 point. So let's see. Shoved out of bounds near the line of scrimmage is McCrory. And a nice defensive play by Travion Barnes. And let's see what the Hurricanes opt to do. Go for the 3, try for the first. Football at the 16. Got to get inside the 12 to pick up the first. Hurricanes will go for it, putting Jael Melton in the backfield. They have used a plethora of running backs already. And now a timeout on the field. Nope, got a delay of game. 5-yard mark off. And let's see if they'll still go for it now on 4th down instead of 4th and 4, 4th and 9. Or if you're thinking field goal. If you're thinking field goal, you're looking at something in roughly the 37 to 38-yard variety. And it looks like that is the preferred choice. Hurricanes trying to get on the board. Noah Abbott, the freshman out of Nashville, trying a 38-yard field goal. It is going to be short of its mark. And the special teams holds, and the turnover does not result in Hurricane points. So a couple of Bulldog turnovers have not hurt the Dogs. Had the interception early, had the fumble moments ago. Neither one resulting in Hurricane points. And the offense back onto the field. Chip Cooper at the helm for this particular set of downs, at least for the moment, for the Bulldogs. First down and 10 at the 21. After the miss, 38-yard effort. Cooper rolls out, fires. It is caught at the 29-yard line. Diamante Grant making the grab. Will not quite be enough for the first. It will be second and short. Cooper, as I mentioned, number 2 on the team for better than half of the first 7 games in passing. But last week with 125-yard effort in his first start. At the top passing yardage with 3:08 coming in. Cooper on the keeper. He'll be brought down on the 29. Gets about half of what he needs for the first. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short. Bulldogs need a yard. Lane in motion. Hurricanes hopping off sides. Were they drawn off? Is the question. And let's see what the official says. Defense offsides. Bulldogs don't have to run a play to pick up the first. Sticks will move. And it is 1st down and 10. Inside 9 to play, half number 1. Cooper keeps it, breaks it up the middle, 50. Still on his feet, turns his way inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. He's got the longest run from scrimmage this season at 60 yards. It wasn't quite 60, but a big pickup down to the 33. First down and 10. Hand off to Walker. Walker inside the 25, loses the football, hops up, falls on it at the 3. Boy, you gotta love it. He knew what he had to do and do it immediately. As soon as he hit the turf, was like, I got to find that football. Hops up, falls on it, gains yardage off the fumble recovery, and he will drive his way down to the 1.
Give it to him again. He deserves the ball back. Let him score.
Here comes Abe Stowe onto the turf. Well, I wonder if we got a quarterback keeper coming up and Stowe his first touchdown collegiately. Could be, but it'll have to wait. Hurricanes have asked for time. .17-zip Bulldogs on the verge, the doorstep of another 6.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
.7:28 left to play in the opening half. Stowe out and Cooper back in, and now you've got illegal substitution or participation, whichever you prefer. And a mark-off will go against the Bulldogs. And instead of knocking on the door, now they're calling from the end of the driveway. Out to the 6. And did you have motion again? And another infraction and another 5. You did. Illegal procedure. So another 5-yard mark-off. Okay, now they're, not at the end of the driveway. They're on the other side of the street. 11 yards away from Pater. But you can still give it to Walker. He'll bang his way down to the 8. Seven touchdowns on the year for Walker, 530 yards rushing. And it's got him in the top 10 in NJCAA football. And that was after a relatively slow start. The first 3 games of the year, about 245 yards. It has been the last 3 where he's picked it up. 3 100-yard games in a row. Cooper to pass. Is it complete? It is at the 3. Lane on the reception. Wildcat formation. Snap to Walker. Strings it out. Says, I'll take a right turn here into the end zone. But there is a penalty flag. And let's see if this is going to bring it back. Well, is it a 2-yard touchdown run or is it an infraction against the Bulldogs? It is. It's a hold. Nullifies the TD run. Field unit coming out. Mason Maddox trying to split the uprights again. Has hit one from 42 yards out. This one will be a 30-yarder. Out of the hold of Whitehurst. Kick up. No good. Off to the right.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Columbia, South Carolina off in the distance. Missed field goal tried, dropped over the middle. And do we have a third quarterback? No, that is still McCrory in. Quarterback number 2 for Louisburg. Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd down and 10. Pass caught over the middle. Across the 40 to the 43-yard line on the pass play. Big tight end making the reception. Herbert Sokola. Hurry up offense. And apparently caught. Able to scoop it out from down low was Javion Parker. Snapped backwards. Bulldogs will fall on it. First Hurricane turnover. And the Bulldog defense comes up big again. There was a penalty against the Hurricanes, obviously declined. Georgia Military College will take over. First down and 10 inside Hurricane territory at the 27. Coach Sharpie coming up at halftime, who I see as a jack of all trades. He's over here working PA. Was the door greeter when we got here. Unlocked the place. So he's the doorkeeper, I guess, as well. So the doorkeeper, the greeter, the PA guy, the coach of the football program, AD. And at halftime, he'll be our guest. Bulldogs with a football on the 26. Cooper to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it, incomplete. To avoid the sack and the loss of yardage, 2nd and 10 coming up. A lot of big football today. A lot of big football on Thursday. Thursday, East Mississippi knocks off Northwest. Northeast stays unbeaten. They defeat Holmes. Mississippi Gulf Coast stays unbeaten. And then today, obviously, a full slate of games. Snow in Iowa Western. Walker pumping into the outside. Still on his feet. Down to the 1. Yeah, he may be bruiser, but he's got some moves too. But who said bruiser can't bust a move? Out to the outside, left side to the 1. Give goes to Walker. He will churn his way near the goal line, but come up inches short. And now an injured Hurricane. That is George Jayla being tended to.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
George Jayla, the defensive back, requiring assistance, making his way to the sideline. And you see as he gets closer to the sidelines, starting to pull that right leg and foot. Certainly hope for the best for that young man and that he will be back on the gridiron shortly. Gotta hope this game, but if not this game, just a week of recovery time. Second and goal, football just outside the 1. Walker. I think he stopped just short of the goal line. Well, when you take it on the 223 pounds of Walker, that's a tall task. Able to do so is Mikey Anderson, the 6'2", 241 defensive end. Third and goal. Bulldogs try it again. And this time Walker will churn his way into the end zone. So Walker, the 2-yard touchdown run. Brent Williams coming in to try the extra point kick. In an effort to make it a 24-zip contest. And the Williams kick, good. Bulldogs by 24.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bug House Pest Control. Protect your house with Bug House.
Three minutes, 40 seconds left to play in half number 1. Almost every one of the Mason Maddox kicks have been into the end zone touchbacks. The exception was the prior one. Let's see what happens here. That one will go out of bounds. And now you got an extra infraction, and I think that's going to be charged to the Hurricanes. Could be offsetting in a re-kick. We'll see. Well, a reminder, next week, Bulldogs have Saturday off. After 7 weeks of football. Got an illegal procedure charged to the Bulldogs. I think there is more. There's that personal foul charged to the Hurricanes. And we're going to do it all over again. Well, what about the kick out of bounds? I guess the offsides would have happened first and nullified the out of bounds kick. So it's back to the 35, and we'll do it all over again. Place the ball down there and boot it away. 24-zip, Georgia Military College lead. Trying to go to that 1 week break above the 500 mark at 4-3. And I don't think we've got any Clark make that Allen University football next week either. So do have some volleyball on Saturday. So if you got Saturday off, you want some JUCO, you can try a little volleyball on for size. A couple of matchups, Calhoun and Coastal North and Calhoun and Coastal South. Short kick to the 5. Out across the 45. Finally out of bounds inside Bulldog territory. Excellent return by Jaleel Melton. Hurricanes will start the drive inside Bulldog territory at the 44. Yeah, actually, next week is unusually quiet. Typically have junior college football, don't. Typically have college football, don't. Typically have showcase fall ball baseball, don't. Well, we got something for you. Pass caught to the 40 and 39-yard line. Goes Brandon Wright. Well, there's a penalty flag that's being stuck back in the back pocket of the official, so the 39 might not be the line of scrimmage. Conversation directed towards the Hurricanes, so apparently it would be a Bulldog infraction. Well, let's see what they do. Down marker on the far sideline still says 1, so apparently the 5-yard mark-off was against the Bulldogs, accepted by the Hurricanes. Well, now the officials chatting with one another and saying it is second down. If so, that would mean no penalty yardage was marked all. Still got first down, though, on the down marker on the far sideline. So we are assuming penalty yardage 5 yards against the Bulldogs at 1st and 5. McCrory picks it up, upended at the 36. Could have lost yardage, able to get positive yardage out of it, squeaked a couple of yards out. Brings up a 2nd down and 3. Football at the 36-yard line. Snap of the football to McCrory. Drops back, looks, fires. In and out of the hands of his intended target. That was there. Reed Herring just couldn't hang on. And it'll bring up a 3rd down so we get near the 2-minute mark. I mentioned a conversation with Coach Sharpie coming up at halftime. We'll also see if we can find out what's happening elsewhere in junior college football. I know we got Iowa Western and Snow. We got Lackawanna and Monroe. McCrory behind his intended target. Trying to get into the big tight end. which resulted in a pretty big pickup previously. That tight end, Keyshawn Powell, 6'2", 250-pounder from Pine Tops, North Carolina. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Bulldogs trying to hold. Get the football back. Maybe put a few more points on the board before halftime. It is caught, though. Pops loose, but he lost yardage on the second catch, but it's still enough for the first. I don't think it'll count as 2 receptions, but Brandon Wright caught it twice. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 at the 32. .126 to play in the half. Snap to McCrory. Incomplete pass. That could have been a little miscommunication. Receiver running one pattern and the quarterback expecting another. Looked like from this vantage point that Parker was running the post. And the McCrory was expecting the hook. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. McCrory. And eventually he will be dropped to the 43. Whistle never blew. I think McCrory thought he was down. And eventually he says, you know what, I can stand up and get the daylights knocked out of me, or I can go ahead and put it into the turf and put it into the play. There is a Hurricane down. Is that McCrory, the quarterback? It is. And Jalen Davis draped around his ankles, and well, that might be part of the reason he did not initially go down. Just, you know, if the pain is at one point and you know that bending it exacerbates the pain, then maybe you stay up longer than you would have otherwise. But McCrory down, help to his feet. I would assume Travion will come back into the game. You hate to see that. Another Hurricane leaving, putting no weight on the right foot. Well, now a little weight on that foot for getting additional assistance and going to the sideline. Well, let's see who comes in now in quarterback. They put Travion back in. Apparently they do. I mentioned they have used 4 different guys this season. 4 Hurricanes have thrown passes this year. McCrory out, and back in is Travion on a 3rd down and 20. That is incomplete. Actually caught, but out of bounds. And it'll bring up a 4th down and long. Christian Franklin averaging 41 yards a kick. That's pretty darn good. And the Hurricane running back / punter standing at his 43, ready to boot it away, aims it away from Payne. And it will roll out of bounds at the 12. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10. Well, you wrap it up playing it safe in the final 43 seconds and preserve that 24-zip lead, or are you thinking about more points before halftime? Chip Cooper coming out as QB. And I do not see Walker or McKeithen. Do see Jones in the backfield. Thought for a minute it was going to be exclusively pass, but they do have Jones, who has rushed for a touchdown. He's the guy in motion. And Cooper will dump it into the turf on the would-be screen. Trying to get it to Bo Televast. Second down and 10 from the 12. Cooper on the keeper. Out across the 20 to the 22. Not stopping the clock, so a play, maybe two left. And based on the amount of time consumed, we might not have another one.
They just took about 30 seconds off.
Well, got Coach Manchester and the official pointing to the clock, which went to 10 and then stopped. And now it is rolling to 2-1 Goose Eggs. And let's see what that was all about. Are we going to put additional time back on the clock? Or are we going to head to the locker room? Ball picked up would indicate an infraction coming. And looking the direction of the Bulldogs would indicate a delay of game call. But now placed back down, and there's an indication to the scoreboard to put some time back on the clock. I think the official indicating 20 seconds on the clock. And in the meantime, the Bulldogs have asked for a time. Not just a time on the clock, but a timeout to talk. So the Bulldogs hoping that they're scoring in half number one. Not over yet.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Well, Manchester in his third season as head coach. About a couple of decades here at Georgia Military. And off given to Jones. Breaks it to the outside. Kicks it in. Steps out of bounds inside Hurricane territory. Low snap, but Cooper picks it up. Rolls right. Fires down the field. Jones is there. And he will stay in bounds at the 18. And Georgia Military will, I think I heard, field goal. Send their field goal unit on. And yeah, it'll be Britton Williams trotting onto the field. He will be trying an effort of, looks like about a 37-yarder. Bulldogs trying to squeak a few more on the board before heading to the locker room at halftime. From 37 yards out, got the leg. He has got the accuracy. And the Bulldogs, as time expires in half number one, take a 27-zip lead into the locker room at halftime. Well, we mentioned a conversation with Coach Sharpie. It is coming up from Casey, South Carolina.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for two on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Ortho Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
It is halftime of the half, a 27-zip advantage. Georgia Military. It's been all Bulldogs. 5:22 to go in the first. Maddox a 42-yard field goal. 1:11 to play in the quarter. It is Caleb Bush with a fumble recovery for a touchdown. The defense accounting for 6. 1 minute into quarter number 2. Jones with a 25-yard touchdown run. Walker at the 3:40 mark runs it in from a couple of yards out. All extra point kicks good. And just prior to the end of the half, it was Williams with a field goal of 37 yards. And here we are at halftime in a 27-zip contest. Thanks so much to all the folks that make our coverage possible on a week-in and week-out basis, like Borden Perlman. And these folks have been sponsoring a long time. Bug House. Still need Coke, maybe a little cooler, but heck, anytime's a good time for a Coca-Cola. Enos Legal, the auto accident firm. Also, black folks like to camp too. Thank you to Ortho of Georgia. And obviously, if there were no Georgia Military College, there would be no opportunity to bring you football on a Saturday. Again, halftime, taking a look at scores Thursday in junior college football. Mississippi Gulf Coast 52-21 over Pearl River. Itawamba knocks off Mississippi Delta 29-zip. Northeast Mississippi a 37-20 winner over Holmes to stay unbeaten. East Mississippi knocks off Northwest Mississippi 35-17. Jones a 21-3 winner over Hines. East Central defeats Southwest Mississippi 48-15. Let's see if we've got any scores from today. I am thumbing through. Hutchinson defeating Dodge City 36-3 with 1:40 to play in the third. Independence with 9:04 to play in the third, leading Garden City 23-6. And those are the scores we have for you at the half. Here, GMC by 27.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bug House Pest Control. Protect your house with Bug House.
Ortho Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
It is halftime of the half of 27 Zip Advantage, Georgia Military College. And we promised you a conversation with a very special guest, Coach Sharpie, who is the head coach, the athletic director here at Brooklyn Casey High School. And, Coach, I think you planned it this way, didn't you? I had my camera set up to where we would get you on camera. But you're like, okay, I'm going to sneak in, so we'll do headphones only.
Oh, okay. Well, I see the screen
Yeah.
there. Well, I can poke. So
That's
I think
good.
I've got a face made for radio, so I should be good.
Well, great to have you as a guest at halftime, by the way, Coach. Sharpie is the head coach. AD, is that accurate, too, here?
That is correct. I'm the head football coach, athletic director, and head baseball coach.
Wow.
Going on my 13th year, and it's been a wonderful place. And having this event here is special. It's good football. It's a lot of good kids, two great institutions, and both of them mean something to me. Not only have I had several players throughout my 30-something year career coach and play at both places, but my son actually played for Georgia Military and Louisburg, and he's now at Newberry College. So, this is really good. I hope they can continue it.
Your son playing in Georgia Military College, it was then that this little series began. Was it kind of because he was there? I mean, what brought this on?
Probably so. Some of my, as you get older, some of the timing, you forget a little bit, but I believe, there was a transition there with coaches, with the passing of the famous coach that was there for so long, and Manchester taking over, and they were looking for a venue with Louisburg, and it kind of seemed like, in fact, I think one of them reached out and said, do you know a place that we might be able to meet? And I said, absolutely, how about our place? And it went really well, and it went so well, they did it here the next year, and then, of course, it's going really well again today. It's a good crowd, beautiful weather, and hopefully I think they are going to try to do it again next year.
Well, good. And now, is this something that you'd like to see more JUCOs come, or is it kind of unique to Georgia Military?
Well, yes, Georgia Military sort of got it going for us, but we've had a lot of prep schools and different schools come in here. Actually, Vanderbilt's going to warm up here before they go over to South Carolina. They're going to have a walk through here. We've had a lot of teams come through here for one reason or the other because of our location and proximity to the University of South Carolina and the airport. It's just sort of in our arena. We've had Duke practice in there when they were up. We've had a lot of events right here, and we're just very welcome to people coming in. It kind of showcases the area. It's growing very quickly. The public school system is one of the best in the state, and so we're very proud of it, so we like to show it off.
How long has this facility been here?
This is 10 years. This is 10th year. We played here, opened up 2014 season against a highly ranked Fairfield Central team. It was my third year of coaching, taking over a program that had really struggled, and since we moved in this stadium, I'm proud to say I think we've run off about 10 winning seasons in a row and 5 region championships and 2 trips to the state championship that we lost to Dillon both times, but we think we might have a team that might make it back again. And so if anybody ever tells you that facilities don't matter, that's a lie, because they do.
And as I drive around the campus, all of the athletic facilities are sparkling. Now, are you continuing to add or renovate or add to?
Well, in the public school system, a lot of that is based on the board and the community. Anytime you do anything like that, sometimes it requires something like a bond referendum or millage rate, which I won't speak to because you could get yourself in a lot of political trouble.
Yep.
But I will say that our school district, we have 2 high schools, Airport High School is about 2 miles away. I would say our facilities are second to none in the general area, and the people that run our district and the people that are on our school board really pride themselves in trying to make our place the very best athletically and academically. So to answer your question, I'm sure there's always things in place to try to improve. I know we just built a multi-million-dollar fine arts center. It's got to be one of the nicest in the state. So yeah, I think so. I think that's something that's very important to this community, that we always have something that looks really good, and we represent ourselves in this community in the best fashion.
I got to ask you, because you mentioned you coach baseball and football. Are you a baseball coach that coaches football, or a football coach that coaches baseball?
Well, I've always been very careful to answer that question because I actually played both sports in college, and I was asked that question all the time, and I'm going to answer it the same way I answered when I was playing back in my day in the late 80s at Clemson. I love both of them. When it's football season, it's football season, and we go at it 100 miles an hour, and when it's baseball season, we do the same. Now, I will say that football does require a lot more hands-on as far as the head coach is concerned year-round, and I've got a lot of really good baseball assistants who right now they're handling fall workouts, and so our baseball team's actually played for the state the last 2 years also.
Wow.
So to answer your question, they're both very important.
Do you, where baseball and football is concerned, do you like athletes to play both?
Absolutely. We're a school with around 1,000 students, and so we've kind of fluctuated. If you know the South Carolina, our enrollment and the way we do alignment's a little different than the way y'all do it in Georgia. I keep up with Georgia. One of my best friends is the head football coach at Clark Central. Used to be the baseball coach at Georgia, David Perno. So we talk back and forth a good bit about the way you do enrollment and the way you set up different regions. And to answer your question, yes, for a school our size with 1,000 students, we really value the student athlete that plays more than one sport. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've had so much success here recently. Our kids know that they can play multiple sports, and no one coach puts a fence around them and says you can't do anything else. My head basketball coach is my wide receiver coach. Obviously, I'm coaching baseball, but I have coaches from every single sport coaching football, kind of like in the old days, and then they all branch out and coach the other sports.
Coach, I got to let you go because I know, like I mentioned, you're the AD baseball coach, football coach. Here today, you're the doorkeeper, the gatekeeper, you're the PA guy. I mean, you got a lot of tasks, so I better let you go do those things. But thanks so much for letting us be here, play football here, stream here, and for being our halftime guest.
Man, thank you for coming. And I've watched we keep up with Georgia Military, and we watch the games when you stream them, and you guys do a really good job. So
we appreciate
thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll get to see you back here next year, and you guys will maybe go on and maybe make the playoffs and do something special.
We'll look forward to it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Sharpie with us, the AD, the head baseball, the head football coach here at Brooklyn Casey in Casey, South Carolina. 60 seconds away from the start of second half action. Bulldogs and Hurricanes on JockJive.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
We get ready for second half action in a 27-zip ball game. Georgia Military, a big first half, and a lot of different participants. You had Walker on a touchdown run. Jones had a touchdown run. Had a couple of field goals. Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Not every way conceivable, but many of them. And as it is booted to the 3, dropped at the 12, loose football, back inside the 10. Louisburg apparently gets it back, but they will be deep inside their own territory, and now you've got an injury. And I am not sure the extent of the injury, but obviously there is substantial pain for, I believe that is the kick returner, which was J.L. Melton. And that is Melton down. Love the game of football. You hate the injuries. And today a number of Hurricanes have gotten banged up, and Melton injured on this one. Initially did not want to move the knee. I'm going to take it as a good sign that the trainer, the paramedic, comes onto the field and does at least begin to move that knee a little bit. I'm taking that as a good sign. And this is an even better one. Melton is getting up. He is going to require assistance to the sidelines. And he's going to have to be carried to the sidelines. That's not a good sign. Melton lost the football and in an effort to get it back, ran into some trouble. And eventually that knee gets twisted around in the scrum, and Melton being assisted to the sidelines. Well, again, there have been situations that didn't look good that were far better once complete evaluation done. Let's hope that is true where Melton is concerned. Football right at the 7, and that's where the Hurricanes will take over their first offensive series of the second half. And here's an injured guy that's back in. That is McCrory, quarterback. Shoved out of bounds around the 14. Marion Rogers. Louisburg has used a number of running backs, a couple of quarterbacks, and it looked like McCrory came out with a knee problem that might not allow him back into the game, but a good sign that he is back. And Trevilion, the starting quarterback, now back to the sidelines, who actually finished the first half because of the injury to McCrory. Second and 5. Give off goes again to Rogers. And he'll make his way to the 15. Brings up a third and manageable, a third and a couple. Opening drive of half number 2. A couple of minutes in. Louisburg with one loss in the season to a team that Georgia Military College beat 17-9. That was Lackawanna. Lackawanna defeated the Hurricanes 44-6. And there is movement on that line, I believe. Yep, there's the illegal procedure call. False start. And instead of a third and manageable at 2, it will be a third and not quite so manageable at 7. As you heard Coach Sharp, he mentioned at halftime, a good crowd has come out in each of the 3 games that have been played here. It has always been the Hurricanes. First met 3 years ago, then again last year, now this year too. In 2 of the 3 years, Bulldogs have been the home team. 1 of the 3, Louisburg. I don't know what that means for next year. Maybe they will be the home team. Handoff given to Rogers, trying to bounce it to the outside. A whole lot of black jerseys nearby. He'll fight his way to the 14, which, considering not a shabby gain, brings up a 4th down and long. And Christian Franklin trotting out onto the turf. Averaging 41 yards a kick. Kylan Payne will stand at the 45 of the Hurricanes. And Franklin will stand at his 2. Set to boot it away and give the Bulldogs their first. Well, maybe not. Franklin will pick up the first. I'm not sure if that was by design. It was a snap that was rolled to him, but he said, heck, might as well try for it. Picks up the first. If it's a clean snap, maybe he's kicking the football. Then rolled to him and he runs it. And it turns into a productive play. Picks up a first down on a 4th and 3. Out to the 28-yard line. And it is first down and 10 for Louisburg. We anticipate Coach Manchester making his way to the box for a post-game conversation. Available on Facebook only. Whistles, I now see a flag. In the area, you typically get a delay of game. And it'll be a 5-yard mark-off against the Hurricanes. First down and 15. McCrory with a handoff. Got a helmet on the turn. And you've got a Rogers gain of maybe a half yard. Second down, we'll call it 14. Let's give Rogers a yard on the carry. Opening drive of half number 2. Hurricanes won the coin toss, opted to defer. And they get it first here in the second half. Start at their 7. Now out to the 23. McCrory the handoff. Big wall of humanity. Looks like a little rugby going on. And Rogers will make his way to the 33. Gain of 5 brings up a third down and 5. Monroe and Lackawanna playing today. That's a big game. Snow and Iowa Western. That's huge. Hutch winning at halftime, the number 1 team in the country. Rogers, wow, what a hit, but able to maintain his footing and might have picked up the first. Talk about a recovery from a pop. Rogers, indeed, getting the first down to the 39. Number 2, Mississippi Gulf Coast wins on Thursday. Number 3, as I mentioned, Iowa Western is taking on Snow. High snap. Head off to Rogers. He's dropped. Loss of 4. Number 4, Iowa Central. Not sure who they are playing this weekend. Might have the weekend off. Number 5 is Snow, and of course you know they are playing 3, Iowa Western. Second down and 12. Loss of a couple of yards. Football at the 37. Still the opening drive of the second half, despite the fact it has not made it to midfield, and despite the fact that it's consumed about 6 minutes. Incomplete pass intended for Javion Parker. Stops the clock at the 8:19 mark. Georgia Military, as I mentioned, off next Saturday. Back at home the following Saturday, taking on an intra-state team in Gordon. Gordon State College, their club team. Still got a meeting with DuPage, a meeting with Sussex, a meeting with Lackawanna on the schedule. That'll snap out of the fingers of McCrory, but able to grab it on the 1 hop. And he is hobbling, but able to make his way to the 49. Just a tad shy of first, 4th and short. And it looks like Louisburg going to go for it on 4th and 1 inside their own territory at the 48, but why not? Down by 27, nearly halfway through the quarter. And instead of running, they pass. And it's complete for the first. Catch made by Keyshawn Powell. And another 4th down conversion. And the Hurricanes get inside Bulldog territory. McCrory incomplete. They want to catch some baseball after this one wraps up. Jason Thompson in Pensacola for Showcase Series Fall Ball. And then tonight, well, let's see. May not have time for the baseball because the Allen University Clark Atlanta game gets underway at 6 p.m. in an hour 5, so they might be playing or just about to start playing when this one wraps up. So if you got a little time, may want to watch some baseball here on JockJive. Ineligible receiver downfield. And the completion nullified, and the 5-yard mark off will go against Louisburg. First and 15, give to Rogers. And he'll pound his way to the 43. And actually, that is not Rogers, that is Foreman in the backfield on the run. Fred Foreman, the sophomore from Zebulon, North Carolina. McCrory, incomplete on the pass. Intended for Antoine Norris. Brings up a 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8. Well, better than half of the quarter has been eaten up, and we haven't seen the offense from Georgia Military yet. And really, considering that half of the quarter's gone, Hurricanes haven't been that far. They have put together a drive that has consumed 50 yards and nearly 8 minutes. McCrory to pass. Fires over the middle, incomplete. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Fourth down and 8. Hurricanes have got to get inside the 42, make that inside the 37, and close to the 36 to pick up the first. They have converted 2 4th downs on this drive. McCrory to pass, dumps it over to Foreman. Foreman met, dropped at the 43. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. The Bulldog defense is held. Spent better than 8 minutes on the field in quarter number 3, but it reaps dividends as they hand it over to the offense. And let's see who's coming out offensively at QB. It's been a mystery. It's been Stowe, it's been Cooper, and it will be Cooper. First down and 10 in the 43 after the defense holds, and for the first time in the second half, Bulldogs with possession of the football. Cooper's pass incomplete. Intended target, Kavion Pollard. Arroyo, the guy in motion. And I've given to Jones, and Jones to the 49. 3rd down and 5. Bulldogs got to get inside Hurricane territory to the 47, maybe a tad beyond to pick up the first. Their first and thus far only drive in the second half. On the quarterback draw, Cooper's got the first. He's got more. Inside the 30, down to the 27. And 137 yards 1 week ago against Snow, working on another 100-yard day. Came in with 387. Is over the 400-yard mark this year and working on 5. Sends Arroyo in motion. And off to Jones. Still on his feet. He's got his second touchdown of the night. 29-yarder. And the Bulldogs on the board again. Jones, touchdown number 2. Didn't have a rushing touchdown coming into the game. Now has 2 within the span of a couple of quarters. Williams trying to tack on the extra point. And it is good.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Return starts from the 5. Got a running room up the middle. Breaks it to the outside, midfield. Bulldogs finally catch up with him inside the 40. Keegan Williams on the return. And Louisburg with excellent field position to start their second drive of the second half. Football at the 34, where it is first down and 10, Louisburg. Five minutes to play in the quarter. McCrory with a flea flicker. Lifts it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Parker. But an incomplete pass. And the Hurricanes with a second down and 10 from the 34. Football is loose. Battle for that loose football. Still a fight. Bulldogs say they've got it. What have the officials got to say about it? And they say it is Bulldog ball. Fumble recovery by Gavin Bloom. And now I think we've got an equal trade in turnovers. Bulldogs have committed 2, a fumble and interception. Hurricanes 2, both fumbles. And the Bulldogs with the football in a 34-zip contest. Bulldogs opened the year with a 50-point-plus performance against Georgia Christian. 16 away from 50-plus in this one. Abe Stowe in at quarterback. Pass is caught, but Arroyo doesn't pick up a whole lot. Well, 5 after all. Really didn't look like a 5-yard gain, so a decent first down pickup on the pass play from Stowe. Handoff given to McKeithen. And McKeithen wrapped up the 44. Third down and a couple. Brian Williams in that backfield with Abe Stowe. A whole lot of new looks. Got Kayvon Johnson. Got Adrian Ely. Stowe feeling the pressure. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 4th down in a punting situation. Hey, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. We'll keep you updated on everything we're doing and more. Working to have some highlights from this game posted on Twitter, or I know, X now. Relatively short kick, and it takes a little bit of a bulldog bounce. Hurricanes will take over, 1st down and 10. And definitely, if you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're not, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, you get the alerts, you might occasionally go, oh, that's right, the game's being played today. I wish they'd let me know. Well, if you subscribe, then we kind of do let you know. You get those alerts when we create the link and when we start it. And you got access to some other stuff. Won't be long before we have programming that is exclusive to YouTube. Pitch back to Rogers. And Rogers out to the 36-yard line. New quarterback in the backfield. Actually, that is a new compared to the guy that started the second half, McCrory, but it's not a new quarterback. Trevelyan started the ball game. Sat out the better part of the second and came in to finish the first half. And now back into the ball game. 2:35 left to play in the third. Got a timeout on the field. Georgia Military still got the shutout in progress.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Trevilion with a pitch back to Rogers, and Rogers will be snuffed out at the 38. Brings up a third down and short. Football at the 39, inside 2 minutes to play in the third. I'm going to have to pull out the old Google Calendar and see, is it true that we do not have any football next weekend on JockJive? That would be really odd this time of year. Well, we got football on Friday night. Bayside Academy and Orange Beach. So yeah, a little football. Rogers trying to churn his way for the first, still on his feet. Will the second effort get him 10 yards? And I think the official has said yes. That was all based on Rogers' second effort. Had him stop. And he just continued to churn. And got that extra oomph that got him about a foot more, which was what he needed for the first. First down and 10 at the 41. Rogers spinning away from would-be Bulldog tackler, but there's a whole lot of other guys wearing the black and red jerseys. Loses a yard. And it'll bring up a second down and 12. Monday, volleyball, Pensacola Christian and Coastal Alabama North. Snead State and Coastal Alabama South. Wednesday, volleyball, Bishop State, Coastal North. That's a big matchup in the ACCC. Football next Friday, Bayside Academy in Orange Beach. And then a couple of volleyball matchups on Saturday the 14th. Calhoun and Coastal North, Calhoun and Coastal South. Rogers dropped right about midfield. We played 3, headed to the 4th. Georgia Military looking to climb over the 500 mark.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Maybe a little unusual look to a home setting for Georgia Military College, but this deemed a home game for the Bulldogs, taking on the Hurricanes of Louisburg. Fourth quarter action gets underway with a 3rd and short. Trevilion in. Rogers dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th down. When you get into the 4th quarter, you're down by 34. Heck, I'm thinking try for it, but apparently they won't. At least that's the early indication. They got a new set of gentlemen on the field, and there comes punter Christian Franklin. Kylan Payne drifting back to about his 23 to return the kick. Short, off to the side, but as designed. Effective kick. Rolls down to the 11. And Christian Franklin, who averages 41 per kick. Pinning the Bulldogs back deep. Am I correct in that Georgia Military only had a single drive in the third quarter? One possession in the third? Got something out of it, though. Jones' touchdown run. He's second of the ball game. Looks like we got Jamarian Walker in the backfield behind Abe Stowe. That doesn't run like Walker. It's because it's not Walker. Let's see who that is running the football. Jones again. Well, today is Travion Jones Day. Looks like he's going to have 100-plus yards. Wondering where Walker is. Are they just giving him the second half off? I don't think we've seen him at half number 2. I see him there on the sidelines. I think he's fine. Coach apparently said, listen, let's give somebody else some reps. Get maybe a little tender ankle or knee or whatever might be a little nagging hurt. Some time off. And, of course, the Bulldogs won't play for another 13 days. Not again until next Saturday. Saturday week when they'll take on Gordon. That'll be the 21st, and you betcha we'll be there. We'll have the coverage for you here on JockJive. Abe Stowe, who we didn't think we would see possibly at all this year. Getting just about half of the reps today at quarterback. And he'll drop back to pass. Tucks it in. Finally, tosses. Well, the catch was spectacular, but it was out of bounds. I had to give it to him. It was so nice. I guess you can't do that kind of thing, though, can you? What a job by Carlos Barlow. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Pass caught by Adrian Ely. And it'll bring up a third down and 6-4 on the pass play. Clock rolling, inside 12 to play. Casey, South Carolina. 5:18 here in the Eastern time zone. I'll make the drive back into the Central time zone, which is good. Got a baseball game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in Pensacola, Florida. I can use every little hour I can gain between now and then. Showcase Series Baseball in Pensacola tomorrow too. First game at 9. We'll have it for you here on JockJive.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
Fourth down and 6. Stowe sending Jones in motion. High pass, but able to bring it in for the first down on a fourth down. And again is Ely. Getting some reps and taking advantage of it. Picks up the first, chains move. Clock rolls. Bulldogs by 34. And Jones in the backfield behind Stowe on a first down and 10 at the 18. Low snap. Jones will pick it up and he'll make something positive out of it. Makes his way to the 16. Well, Jones is just, as I mentioned, having a heck of a day. A couple of touchdowns, big run, and even picks up a fumble and picks up 4 yards. That's when you know it's been a pretty good day. 10:36 to play. It's been all Bulldogs.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Georgia Military, a 34-0 advantage. 10.5 to play in the football game. Don't forget Clark Atlanta and Allen University on JockJive and YouTube at 6. I think Allen University 4-1 now on the year. Trying to pick up their 5th in 6 outings. And I think you had a little early jump and then a little running in place from DeMarcus Lundy. All resulting in the 5-yard mark off. It was 2nd and 8 after the discussion. I am assuming it is going to be 2nd and about 13, but there is a little more conversation going on that might change some of the dynamics. Well, there's the call, illegal procedure, and now there's the penalty yardage marked off. $10:22 to play. Bulldogs with a couple of field goals, 3 touchdown runs, 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown. All extra point kicks good. Ironically, the only extra point kick that hasn't been good this year was the one against Snow that could have given the Bulldogs the lead. Everything else has been on the mark. Stowe flushed out of the pocket. He'll be sandwiched at the 22. Sure looked like he reached for that right shoulder and then kind of favoring it a little bit, but no, apparently okay. Got a feeling even if it does sting a little bit, he's going to do his best not to let anybody know. Getting his first collegiate action today, wants to stay out there. On a 3rd down and 14. There's contact, but there's no flag. Ely the intended target. And it is 4th down. Bulldogs will try to make it 3. 3 field goals. They've hit from 42, from 37. This will be a 40-yard effort. They have used Maddox and now using Mason. Trying to bring it to a 37 zip advantage. And it looks like we're minus one guy. Well, let's see if we got time to get Jarvis Germany on the field without an infraction, and we don't. 5-yard mark off. So instead of a 40-yarder, it is going to be about a 45-yard effort. Longest this year came against Iowa Western from 49 yards out. Longest I can recall while covering Georgia Military College football was last year, and a 50-yarder, and it happened here, as a matter of fact. Kick up. That one is good. Wow. And you got to say kudos to the holder. I think that is Wyatt Hurst holding. He had to struggle to get it down prior to the kick, but he did, and it's through.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Come on, fellas. Get overweight on one side.
Bulldogs after the 45-yard field goal. 37 zip advantage, short kick. And dropped at the 24-yard line is Keegan Williams. And now you got a little extra stuff going on the far sideline. Penalty flags flying in. I know it is easy for tempers to get the best of you, but you don't want it to happen. You don't want to be kicked out of a ball game and not get to play in the next one. And they're going to charge both with unsportsmanlike calls, and that will be offsetting. So Hurricane football at the 25. $8:52 to play in the football game. Wrapped up from behind is Marion Rogers. Squeaked out a yard, brings up a 2nd down and 9. Louisburg getting into the top 5 in Division III. They have 5 spots. They're 4. Division I has 15, and Georgia Military just outside of the top 15, with their highest ranking this year being 11. Incomplete pass over the middle intended for Keegan Williams. Trevelyan is back in at quarterback, I see. McCrory had only thrown 13 passes prior to today, probably threw 13 in this one. Trevelyan, the most used quarterback, with 44 attempts coming in. 3rd down and 9. Nothing there. Big stop. Jalen Abraham going, Coach, I'm good with you letting somebody else carry the football. Christian Franklin to kick on a 4th and 10. That's a little sidestepping Bulldogs and still able to get the kick off. And it will take a Hurricane roll. Not a bad kick. All in all, down to the 46 and make that the 36. When it is 1st down and 10. $7:15 left to play in the football game.
Way to catch that ball, Egg.
Stowe fakes the handoff. Looking for a little running room after all receivers are covered. He's dropped at the 38. The new back in the backfield is Julius McClellan. McClellan had some big games a year ago, used sparingly this year. He'll carry it across the 45 to midfield and carry Hurricanes into their territory. Incomplete pass intended for Kevin Johnson. Temperatures here in South Carolina to get down into the lower 50s, maybe even nibble on the upper 40s overnight. Finally, something besides summer is here. 74 degrees currently. And the weather that we used to get in September, we are now getting in October. Stone drop to the 45. Brings up a 3rd down and 15. Bulldogs have got to get inside the 41. Near the Hurricane 40 to pick up the first. Bulldogs will improve to 4-3 on the year. Take a week off. Got Gordon, then Sussex, then DuPage, and then Lackawanna. And still an opportunity to finish the year at 8-3, which would not be a bad mark at all. Bulldogs, I believe, 6-5 in Manchester's first year at the helm. And if I'm not mistaken, 8-2, maybe 8-3 last year. And after this one, should go to 4-3. High kick, fair catch called for and made at the 18 by Brandon Perry. That's when the Hurricanes will take over in what could be their last drive of the football game. A reminder, you want to watch Georgia Military College football again, that is not a problem. We can fix you up. Go to the website, go to the top right corner, click on the menu bar. Follow the prompts. There is this little teeny tiny baby subscription cost. And that'll get you access not just to one, but every game played this year by the Bulldogs. Currently 7. And we'll get you the rest of the way too, with 4 more to go. Back to the 13 with a stop of Abraham. And of course, we want to be your sports alternative. I mean, granted, we're not going to be an ESPN or a CBS Sports or a Fox Sports. But hey, when you flip through the channels, you surf, don't find anything you want, good chance we got something. Volleyball, football, baseball, all going on right now. And heck, we're not very far away from basketball. I know we begin our coverage, I think it is the first week in November. So you're looking at 3 weeks away from basketball. And off again to Abraham. He's wrapped up at the 14, might have gotten a yard out of it. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 14. It is hard to believe it. It feels like football started, max 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm talking a couple of months ago now. And into the 7th game of the year. That's a new guy in the backfield. The new guy is Jarrell Riddick. Same results, though. Bulldog defenders are, they have no preference. You're going to run the football, they're going to get after you. And Christian Franklin will kick it again. This time, Payne stands at the Hurricane 45. Ball spotted at the 37. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over. First down and 10. Two minutes, 31 seconds left to play in the football game. And let's see what Georgia Military opts to do with the final 2:31 and the 37 yards. They'll go upstairs. Stowe to pass. Ely down to the 15. And it'll bring up a first down at the 17-yard line. And there is a timeout on the field. Got a young man there that was trying to get the attention of the press box. A few little waves. You can wave to the rest of the world if you'd like, young man. Enjoying some football on a Saturday here in South Carolina.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
First down and 10. Jones pounding his way down to the 11. And we will get another Georgia Military College timeout with 1:48 left to play in the football game.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. And still, I felt this way before, you know it's true. And still, you got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
A lot of young fans enjoying football here at Brooklyn Casey High School, home of this matchup between Georgia Military College and the Hurricanes of Louisburg. Still on the keeper to the 10. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. We think we'll be talking with Rob Manchester on Facebook after the ball game. So about 5 or 10 minutes after it's all over. Check us out on Facebook. Conversation with Coach. Incomplete. Trying to get it over to Darrell Bland Jr. Brings up a 4th down and 6. One minute and 8 seconds remaining in the football game. Stow to pass. It is caught. Ely's got it. Not sure if he'll pick up the first, though. And apparently will not. 4th down, loss of downs. Hurricanes will get it. They'll have it inside their 10. Will they run out the clock, or will the goal be to get rid of the goose egg? Well, they're calling a timeout. And that would tend to indicate that they sure would like to get rid of the zip. Need Casey, South Carolina, hop on the bus and head to North Carolina with at least points on the board. Post-game conversation, Rob Manchester on Facebook. Check out a little baseball in Pensacola. Showcase Series fall ball, and heck, we're only 15 minutes away now from the kickoff of Clark Atlanta and Allen University, not far down the road. And 2 available right here where you're watching this one, JockJive and YouTube. And I've given to Abraham, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Clock rolls. Nobody's trying to stop it. We will assume one more play, and the day will be done. Georgia Military will improve to 4-3. Louisburg will drop to 3-1. Their 2 losses to Lackawanna and Georgia Military College. Georgia Military with wins over Georgia Christian, Louisburg, Lackawanna. And off again, up the middle and nothing there. That should do it for your game, and it does. This one is now final. Bulldogs will win it. Climb over the 500 mark. Get a week off. Back to Davenport Field and a matchup with Gordon in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. Don't forget, you want to watch baseball, we've got it here. You want to watch more football, Clark Atlanta and Allen University coming up in 14 minutes. Baseball tomorrow, volleyball on Monday, carrying you into the next work week. Have a good Columbus Day. And we will see you in a couple of weeks at Davenport Field. For all the folks with Georgia Military College and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, and thanks for watching.